Hello my dear students, welcome to chemistry class once again. Today I am going to teach you about chemical changes. Okay, what are chemical changes? Here we will see to the different types of chemical changes. Okay, and the number one chemical change is cooking. Now, what is cooking? Okay, cooking of food is a chemical change because it changes the composition and new substances form, and it is also desirable. Cooking of food is desirable. It is irreversible. We cannot reverse it back, and it is endothermic because heat is absorbed. The energy is absorbed in the form of heat. Now, for example, to prepare bread, what ingredients we require? We required flour, okay, we required yeast is also needed, and then we required water to mix these three ingredients and make a dough. So flour, yeast and water is mixed together and dough is prepared. The dough is then baked into bread. What we do after making dough? We bake this dough into bread. The bread cannot be changed back into the original ingredients. We cannot change this bread back to the original ingredients, that is to the flour, to water, to yeast. We cannot convert. So when we make a dough, okay, and when the dough is baked, bread is made. So it is a chemical change. It is irreversible. It is desirable also. It is endothermic because energy is absorbed in the form of heat. When the energy is absorbed, then only this dough get baked into bread. Okay, so this is the chemical change. Cooking is a chemical change because we cannot change back that cooked food or whatever we are cooking into its original ingredients. Okay, so that is why cooking is a chemical change. Okay, now let's move to the next chemical change. Digestion. Okay, now what is digestion? The process in which food is broken down into a simpler substances that can be absorbed by the body is called digestion. Now in digestion, when we eat the food, what happened to this food? The food get broken down into simpler substance. Okay, and this is absorbed by the body. So this is called the digestion. Now digestion is a chemical change because new substance is formed, and it is also desirable. It is irreversible. We cannot reverse it back, and it is endothermic. Okay, it is endothermic. Now let's see the next one. What is the next chemical change? The next one is combustion or burning. Okay, now what is combustion? Combustion or burning is a chemical change, okay, because new substance is formed when anything burns, okay, in which a substance combines with oxygen. Anything burns with the support of oxygen, okay. If oxygen will be not there, no substance will burn. So the substance combines with oxygen, okay, and it releases heat and light. Now the burning of candle wax, okay, the burning of candle wax, I am talking about the burning of candle wax, is a chemical change because the wax on burning changes into vapor. When the wax will burn, it will produce vapor and also byproducts, okay, like it will give heat and light also, okay. So when the candle wax will burn and it changes into vapor, okay, and along with that it will also produce heat, light, and smoke is also given out, okay. So burning of candle wax is a chemical change. Now burning is a desirable change, okay, it is irreversible. We cannot reverse back what we are burning. If we are burning a paper, it get converted into ash, so that ash we cannot convert back into paper, that original paper we cannot convert. So burning is irreversible, okay, and it is exothermic change because energy is released in the form of heat. Here we have seen on the burning of candle wax, what is produced? Heat is produced, okay. Sometime burning is a desirable change, okay. But at some time also burning can be an undesirable change, okay, because undesirable change means which will harm us, okay. So like when your finger will burn, so would you like to burn your finger? No. So burning of finger is undesirable. It is undesirable change because it will harm you. It will harm you, okay. So sometimes the burning can be desirable also, and at some time the burning can be undesirable. Like burning of houses and all, these are undesirable change, okay. So I have understood, I think, about burning. Now let's move to the next chemical change. The next chemical change is respiration. Now what is respiration? The process of breaking down food to release carbon dioxide, water and energy is called respiration. Respiration means that when the food start breaking, okay, and what does it do? It releases carbon dioxide, water and energy, and that process is called the respiration. It is a chemical change because new substances are formed, and it is desirable also. It is irreversible, we cannot reverse it back, and it is exothermic, okay, because energy is released. Now what is curdling? Okay, now first let's see the definition. The process by which a liquid changes into soft semi-solid mass is called curdling, okay. When the liquid will change, now here you see it is the curdling of milk. Milk is in the form of liquid, so the liquid milk has changes into soft semi-solid mass, so that is called curdling. Sometimes we curdle the milk to make curd, to make cheese and all. Now how do we curdle the milk? Okay, now what you will do, when lime juice is added to milk, the milk changes into curd. The milk will change into curd. This curd is a new substance with a new chemical composition, and we cannot change back this curd into milk. Can we change this curd back into milk? No, we cannot change back this curd into milk. Okay, so curdling of milk is a chemical change, okay, because we have got the new substance, that is curd, with the new composition. Now we not only curdle the milk to make the curd, but we also curdle the milk to make cheese, okay. So the curdling of milk to make cheese is a chemical change, okay, and it is desirable also. These cheese are desirable because we make this cheese to make the different types of food, okay, and it is irreversible. We cannot reverse back this cheese into milk, and it is endothermic change, okay. But curdling of milk, okay, which is meant for drinking, is undesirable change. Can we drink this curdled milk? No, we cannot. So that will be the undesirable change, okay. Sometimes the milk get curdled when we don't boil it and all, it get curdled, and which was meant for drinking, so that will be undesirable change because we cannot drink the curdled milk. But the milk which we have curdled to make cheese, curd and all, that is desirable change, okay. But the milk, the curdling of milk meant for drinking is undesirable change. The next one is the fermentation. Now what is this fermentation? The process in which a substance decomposes by the action of microorganisms with the release of heat and carbon dioxide in the form of bubbles is called fermentation. Here the substance gets decomposed, okay, by the action of microorganisms, okay, and what does it release? Heat and carbon dioxide in the form of bubbles, okay. You have even seen this fermentation in the dough. Can you see that dough? We use yeast, okay, to ferment the dough, okay. So the fermentation of dough is a chemical change that is desirable also. It is irreversible and endothermic. Fermentation of dough gives us bread that is soft, okay. We use yeast in the dough, and it makes the dough soft, okay, and it will also give us soft bread. The breads are soft. But fermentation of cooked food which was meant for eating is an undesirable change, okay, because we cannot eat the fermented food. The last one is rusting. Now what is rusting? Okay, first let's see the definition of rusting. The process in which iron changes to iron oxide, called rust, when exposed to oxygen and moisture in the air, is called rusting. Okay, so when the iron substance, when it will get exposed to oxygen and moisture, okay, which is present in the air, so what will happen? This iron substance will start changing to iron oxide, that is rust. That iron oxide is rust. So that process is called the rusting. Rusting is a chemical change, okay, and it is undesirable, it is irreversible, and it is exothermic change. Now, there is a characteristics of chemical change. The chemical change always produces a substance different from the substances undergoing the change. Okay, so number one characteristics is that it change in color, shape and size. In chemical change, there will be change in color, shape and size. Okay, there will be change in taste, and evolution of gas is also there. And last one is absorption or release of energy. So there can be absorption or release of energy in the form of heat, light and sound. Okay, so these were the characteristics of chemical change. Now sometimes physical and chemical changes occurs simultaneously, one after the other. Okay, now for example, when we are burning a candle, okay, so the wax undergoes both the changes. Melting of wax is a physical change in which only the state of wax changes from solid to liquid. When the wax will change its state from solid to liquid, it is a physical change, okay, and it absorbs the heat energy in that process. So we have seen here that wax undergoes two changes. Number one is the physical change, where it changes its state only from solid to liquid. We have also seen the burning of candle wax. Before this, in burning and combustion, we have seen the burning of candle wax is a chemical change. However, burning of wax is a chemical change in which new substances such as carbon dioxide and water vapor are produced, giving out energy in the form of heat and light. So burning of candle undergoes both the changes, physical and chemical changes. Okay, so for today up to this much. In my next class I will teach you that 3 activities, then we will complete our chapter. Okay, till then read at home. Okay, thank you.